Most of you by now have received news that in New York, lawmakers have made it possible for women to have an abortion up to the day of birth. And I know for many of you, many friends and family, colleagues are very concerned about this. But I've also noticed that, like me, many do not know how to get involved in this movement. And as I begin to do some research, I realized that it took a little bit of time to find out how to get involved. Not that the information is not readily available, but it took time to find out where I can be involved in my local community. And what I've done is I've outlined a few things that might help you get involved in your local community, maybe your church, maybe your school. Uh, the very beginning thing that I began to realize is that it is going to cost me time, resources, and money. There's just no way around it. It's something that we're going to have to realize that if we're going to get involved in this, it's going to take our time. It is going to take money. It's going to take resources, your talents, and your skill set. So, a few things that you might want to look into is number one, prayer and fasting. As you prepare to get involved in your local community, uh, pray about this and fast so that you'll have more time to pray about this. Take that time to really seek God's will in this particular cause and this movement. Number two, the information that I've received, all of them say start at your local level and branch out from there. So start in your hometown or start in your local church. Uh, find your local pregnancy center and find out how they could use you. And I'm sure there'll be no shortage of opportunities for you to be able to get involved there. In your local church, you can start support groups for women who are at risk for abortion, and you can also have support groups for women who have had an abortion. Also, you can be an essential part of getting people aware of what is going on in this major issue. The community level, you can start advocacy groups that basically build awareness in your community, as abortion is a silent topic. It's not something that people are willing or readily able to talk about. Even though it's a major social issue, we have to recognize that those who are affected by abortion oftentimes do not want to discuss abortion, and we need to be willing to get the word out and help people understand what abortion really is and the effects of it. The last thing is for students. If you're a student at a high school or a college, you are oftentimes not, you're really not considered the future of the pro-life movement. Many consider you the pro-life movement. You are so essential in this time and this major issue. So I want to just encourage you to get involved. There is a link for places where you can get involved in your school and at your university. And the very last thing is for men. I just want to encourage you. This is not a fight just for women or something that just women are supposed to be doing. Men, for the sake of our families and our culture, even. This is a fight for us, and we need to be ready to get involved wherever we're needed. And I hope that you'll be willing to advocate for your families, for your community, and get involved.